For as long as I can remember, I've always been obsessed with media. I consistently consume TV, films, books and art, music, and am chronically online, unfortunately, similar to most of my generation. But I don't blame my generation for this. I honestly blame most of this on her. That is my child self. I'm not angry with her, but oh, how strange she was. The more I grew up as a kid, the more awkward and out of place I felt. So in turn, I tried my best to find myself in these various images I saw in books, on TV, in movies, and everything in between. Linda Berry, the artist of the cartoon at the beginning of this video, I think understands this too. Seeing a reflection of yourself in art makes you feel less alone. It makes you feel more human. These are some of the earliest forms of that understanding. Growing up, I wanted to be Princess Peach, I wanted to be Cinderella, and I wanted to be Hannah Montana. Then I grew a little older and realized I would never look like Princess Peach, so it switched. It was Spirited Away. It was Wizards of Waverly Place. It was Harry Potter, Hunger Games, Doctor Who, Megamind, Gravity Falls. It was seeing Frida Kahlo's art for the first time at 11. It was attempting to see myself represented in any way I could. Who was I? Where did I fit? Would I ever even fit? I didn't know, but I knew one thing. One media triumphed over everything else. One character dominated my childhood, and it was... In my class, The Fantastic in Women's Literature, we discussed representation in the fantastic and what it means to the audience who receives it. So here was the representation I found in my childhood in the fantastic, and here is what it meant to me. On October 12th, 2007, at the ripe age of 5, I frankly had no idea what was coming, and how in retrospect, Wizards of Waverly Place, produced by Disney Channel, might just be the most important fantastic piece of media I have ever came to consume in my life. And it is for these reasons. First of all, Alex Russo is funny, a great wizard, a middle child, played by now A-list celebrity Selena Gomez, but much more importantly, Alex Russo has a goofball Italian dad. I have the same. Alex has a badass Latina mother, and my mom is the coolest person I know, and she immigrated from Mexico. Alex has a comic relief younger brother, which I in fact have, and she has a know-it-all older brother, and my brother just got accepted to Stanford for his master's and won't shut up about it.
I'm jealous of how smart you are.
Do they look like my family? Probably not, but they are oddly similar, and seeing what I assumed acted like my family on screen as a child meant the world to me. Growing up, I watched this family of wizards, and I thought they were the coolest family ever, and did I mention that they are wizards, and none of the kids at their school make fun of them for being Mexican, and none of the kids at their school ask if their mom married for a green card marriage, and they just exist like that. Wizards. Cool wizards. And Selena Gomez doesn't really look like me, but like me, she is half Italian and half Mexican, and I guess focusing on Disney-produced families' heritage might be a little weird, and dialing in on Selena Gomez and her ethnicity combinations might be weirder, but I swear to God, as a child, when I saw Selena Gomez walk across my TV at such a young and impressionable age, I finally stopped wishing I was someone else, and I just started wishing that my dad would secretly reveal to all of us that we were all wizards because I saw myself so much in this family. I had found a place. I had seen me, or some version of me at least. It has been a while since I last watched the show, and I have forgotten a lot of it, but I haven't forgotten that I know she needed that. I know it made her heart happy. When I'm reminded of the show now, I remember the insane plot lines revolving magic, Alex's witty attitude, her struggle to learn and speak Spanish, and silly arguments with her mom, sibling fights, way too many subs, but more importantly, I remember seeing me. Seeing myself in Alex meant so much growing up, but it wasn't extremely difficult representation to come by. White Latinos are becoming more prevalent in media, but colorism is an issue that ceases to fade. Afro-Latinos and darker Latinos are not represented to the same extent, and outside of Latinos, there are races, identifications, orientations, people with disabilities, and so many more communities that have ridiculously low amounts of representation in mainstream media. There is still so much more work to be done. Progress is a growth though, and as I still learn and pick up new ways to accept myself still, I see media progressing as well. I believe in the future of media, especially the fantastical, and what it will have to give our youth and us in the future. I truly believe in the improvements, even though it is truly hard to ignore all the consistent setbacks. But for now, here's hopefully to more kids finding their Alex Russos, and here's to progress and more representation. Here's to more kids finding themselves on screen. Here's to the English majors forced to watch this silly video and will, by my estimation, go on to live fruitful careers and make the representation they wish they had as kids. I believe in you. I hope you understood this very random video. I hope you saw meaning in its silly, self-consumed art. Peace.